Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Muslim Convert Stories channel. Before we dive into today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and share this with your friends. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's jump right in. Islam is one of the fastest growing religions in Canada, and today we'll look at why. Quick stat. From 2011 to 2021, the Muslim population in Canada grew by over 60%. The first and perhaps most significant reason for the growth of Islam in Canada is immigration. Canada has long defined itself as a nation built by immigrants, a mosaic of cultures. In recent decades, this has increasingly included people from the Muslim world, seeking new opportunities and a place to call home. This continuous flow of newcomers is the primary engine driving the community's expansion. Each year, Canada welcomes hundreds of thousands of new residents, with many arriving from Muslim-majority countries like Pakistan, Iran, and Egypt. Many come through economic streams that value their professional skills. Others arrive from nations facing instability, such as Syria and Afghanistan. Canada's immigration framework is multifaceted. It prioritizes not only skilled workers, but also family reunification, which is crucial for building stable community foundations. And of course, there are the refugee and humanitarian programs, offering a safe haven to those fleeing persecution. These humanitarian efforts have been a particularly visible factor. The Syrian Refugee Initiative, for instance, saw communities across Canada mobilize to welcome tens of thousands of families. Upon arrival, the support system is critical. This is where local mosques and Muslim community organizations play an indispensable role. They are often the first point of contact, providing everything from temporary housing to language support and help navigating a new society. They act as a vital bridge, helping newcomers not just to resettle, but to truly integrate and thrive. Naturally, new arrivals tend to settle in Canada's major urban centers: Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, and Calgary. They are drawn by job prospects and, crucially, the presence of established communities. This concentration creates a vibrant feedback loop. As a community grows, it generates demand for culturally specific services, halal butchers, Islamic schools, and more. This, in turn, makes the area more attractive to future immigrants. The most visible result of this growth is the establishment of new institutions. Building a mosque or a community center is a monumental undertaking, fueled by local fundraising and volunteer efforts. It's a powerful statement of permanence, a sign that a community is putting down deep roots. These new centers become the heart of the community, following the population as it settles. So, it's clear that immigration is the foundational pillar supporting the growth of the Muslim community in Canada. It brings new people, energy, and diversity. But what happens once these communities are established? The story doesn't end with arrival. Another powerful internal factor begins to shape the community's future. Let's explore the demographics of fertility and youth next. Reason 2. Slightly higher fertility rates among Muslim families. Over time, even small differences in birth rates contribute to community growth. Reason 3. A younger demographic. The Muslim population in Canada tends to be younger than the national average. More people in childbearing years means continued natural growth. Youth-oriented programs, clubs, after-school classes, sports, also keep younger people connected to the community. These services support retention across generations. Put together, higher fertility and a younger age profile, and demographic momentum becomes clear. As the 2021 census shows, the community's share has increased notably over a decade. Beyond numbers, religious identity and retention matter. Let's explore that next. The fourth reason is strong religious retention. Studies show that Canadians who identify as Muslim are highly likely to maintain their religious affiliation. This isn't just about belief, it's about belonging. For many, faith is deeply interwoven with cultural heritage and personal identity, creating a resilient spiritual and social fabric. The mosque acts as a central hub, not just for prayer, but for community life, education, and social support, reinforcing these bonds from one generation to the next. Canada's refugee and humanitarian programs have also been a significant factor, expanding the community with arrivals from various conflict zones. When newcomers arrive, often with very little, local mosques become a vital lifeline. These institutions don't just offer a place to pray, they provide a comprehensive support system, offering settlement services and helping families navigate the immense challenge of starting over in a new country. And what about conversions? While not the primary statistical driver compared to immigration, its impact is profound. Every year, thousands of Canadians from diverse backgrounds choose to embrace Islam. For some, it's the culmination of a spiritual search for meaning, finding clarity in Islam's teachings on monotheism and justice. For others, it's through relationships and exposure to the character of Muslim neighbors and colleagues. The journey often involves a period of learning and questioning. Mosques play a crucial role here, offering introductory classes and mentorship, and creating a welcoming space for newcomers to take their declaration of faith, the Shahada. These stories of conversion add a rich, dynamic layer to the Canadian Muslim identity. So, to summarize, the growth is a multifaceted story. It's driven by immigration, a youthful demographic, strong religious retention, and compassionate refugee programs. Woven into this fabric are the powerful, personal stories of conversion. All these factors create a growing demand for community infrastructure. That leads naturally to our next question. With the community expanding, why and how are mosques growing all across Canada? So, why are we seeing more mosques across the Canadian landscape? The most straightforward reason is simple demographics. First and foremost, more people need places to pray. Canada's Muslim population has been one of the fastest growing religious groups in the country, fueled by both immigration from across the Muslim world and healthy birth rates within the community. As families grow and new immigrants arrive, the existing prayer spaces, often small and rented, quickly become overcrowded, especially for the large weekly Friday congregations. This increased population naturally means more mosques are needed just to meet the fundamental demand for spiritual sanctuary. But the story of mosque growth in Canada goes far beyond just numbers and prayer space. The very definition of what a mosque is and what it does has evolved dramatically. Many mosques now serve not just as prayer spaces, but as bustling community hubs. They are the third place, a vital space between home and work where community life unfolds. This transformation is key to understanding their growth and importance. These institutions are becoming the heart of their local Muslim communities, providing a sense of belonging and identity in a multicultural society. This role is especially crucial because Canadian mosques reflect the country's incredible diversity. Some are built around specific cultural identities, serving South Asian, Middle Eastern, African, or Eastern European communities. In these spaces, you'll hear sermons in Urdu, Arabic, or Somali, and find cultural events that feel like a piece of home. But we're also seeing a new trend, the rise of pan-ethnic, multicultural mosques. These are often led by Canadian-born imams, with English as the primary language, designed to serve a diverse congregation of converts, second-generation kids, and Muslims from every background imaginable. To serve these diverse communities, they offer a vast array of cultural, educational, and social services, often in multiple languages. Educationally, this goes beyond traditional Quranic studies. Mosques run homework clubs, offer secular tutoring in math and science, and even host coding boot camps. For new immigrant settlements, particularly in the suburbs of major cities, these local centers are a lifeline. They provide essential mosque services and act as the first point of contact for navigating a new country. A major focus is on the next generation. Youth clubs and after-school programs are critical for attracting and retaining younger members. In an era of digital distraction, mosques are creating spaces where young Muslims can build friendships, play sports, and discuss issues of faith and identity in a supportive environment. This proactive engagement is vital for boosting mosque participation and ensuring the community's future. Furthermore, many mosques have expanded their mandate to serve broader social needs, becoming true civic institutions. They now host professional counseling services, run food banks that serve the entire neighborhood regardless of faith, and organize legal clinics to help newcomers. This multifunction role strengthens community ties and enhances the mosque's visibility as a positive, contributing force in the wider society. This growth is happening within a uniquely Canadian context. Supportive government policies on multiculturalism and freedom of religion generally make the construction and operation of religious institutions easier than in many other Western countries. But that doesn't mean it's easy. Significant challenges remain. Funding is almost always the biggest hurdle. Most mosques are built entirely on community donations, raised through countless bake sales, fundraising dinners, and online campaigns. Then there's the issue of real estate. In cities like Vancouver and Toronto, the high cost of land is a massive barrier, and navigating complex zoning laws for things like parking and noise can take years. And sometimes proposals are met with local resistance. This resistance often arises from misunderstandings about Islam or practical concerns about traffic and noise. That's where proactive outreach becomes absolutely essential. Successful mosque projects are increasingly accompanied by a robust communications plan. Holding open houses, participating in local festivals, and building strong interfaith dialogue with local churches and synagogues helps to build trust, demystify the mosque, and reduce opposition. When neighbors see the mosque as a community partner, barriers begin to fall. For context, a 2011 survey counted just under 500 mosques in Canada. Today, estimates suggest that number has grown significantly, with a strong concentration in Ontario, Quebec, and Alberta. This isn't just about building new structures. It's about converting warehouses, storefronts, and industrial units into places of worship and community. So the growth of mosques is a multifaceted story. It's driven by immigration and demographics, but it's sustained by a strategic evolution to meet modern community needs, from youth retention and social services to fostering a uniquely Canadian Muslim identity. What role does a community center, religious or otherwise, play in your life? We'd love to read your experiences in the comments below. If you found this breakdown insightful, please hit subscribe and share this video with someone who might be curious. See you next time on Muslim Convert Stories.